All right, hey guys, this is another project we're going to run here. Don't know, we'll run it concurrently, put videos up while we're doing Little 7, or if we'll do these after, don't know. But we're running a Project 300 PRC, and this is a Bergara Sierra. Now you saw a few videos ago, my son's running a Bergara HMR. A big, heavy 26-inch barrel. The gun's like over 12 pounds with his scope and everything on there. And that whole thing, 300 PRC, is brand new to us. He's only shot it a couple times. We've had some pretty promising, exciting outcomes there. And I thought, hey, it'd be fun if we were both running one to work loads together, and kind of two different concepts here, right? He's got a bench rest gun. Heavy, big 26-inch barrel, like I said, 12 pounds. And I was like, well, I'll get kind of the opposite. I'll get a shorter barrel, lighter, something I could pack if I ever decided to hunt with it. So I went with this Sierra, and I think it's interesting, Bergara, what they did here when they went with this 22-inch barrel on the PRC. Definitely going to lose some velocity, but a manageable size and weight for the mountains. And I don't know, for the way I hunt, that velocity is not a big deal. One thing I think that's really cool is they built in that you can adjust the comb on this stock, and overall the quality and the feel is really good on this Bergara. And I don't have a ton of experience with Bergara. I've had a couple, have a little 22 semi-auto, and then my son's HMR, but I'm liking it. And today I'm just going to get familiar with it. I'm going to send a few, get it on paper to 100, and just, I did bring out a test load that we're thinking we're going to try with some H1000. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. I love learning new cases. And you know, it's kind of funny. I think what I'm going to do, and I realized this cartridge wasn't designed to run the lighter bullets, but I like to be the opposite of the crowd, I guess. And I'm going to run the lighter bullets in this 165s, 180s. And just kind of see what velocities I can get with this 22-inch barrel, and maybe find a really good hunting load on that lighter end as well. Now that said, today the loads I brought are 208 grain ELD match. Just going to start there to kind of see what this rifle likes and what kind of accuracy we could expect with it. So, hey, we'll see where this 300 PRC project goes. It's going to be fun. There's that adjustable comb we talked about. And then the barrel contour, I think they said it was a number 5 tapered, and then they fluted it to take a little weight out. And this radial brake that comes with it comes with a muzzle protector or thread protector also. So let's run up here and look at the first 3 shots. Running, just to kind of get used to the gun, I'm running the Precision Hunter 212 grain ELDX. And I just sent 3 of those up here. First 3 shots, other than I took 2 shots to get it bore sighted or on paper. So it's interesting, you know, I was just shooting the 7mm08 right before this without a brake. And honestly, I would say the felt recoil of that 300 PRC, it might even be less with the brake than the 7mm08. Yeah, it's a little heavier rifle than the 7mm08 I'm shooting, but still, that's pretty amazing. I'm not, don't have hardly any experience with muzzle brakes, so that's very interesting to experience that. I really like the trigger on that Bergara. Out of the box, it's so crisp, pretty darn light too. I don't have a trigger gauge, but it's 3 pounds or less, I'd say. Very nice trigger. So yeah, let's run up here and see what the first 3 shots were out of this 300 PRC. Not too shabby for the first 3 shots. Outside of an inch, I'd say we've got 1.25 inches there. We'll check it out later. Let's try some of these hand loads. So these hand loads are, I mentioned 208 ELD matches with H1000. Now, previously, when we were hand loading for my son's 300 PRC, we ran these 208s, and he got a little tiny sub quarter-inch group, and that was with H4831 shortcut. We weren't chasing velocity. We were just looking for a good starting place, mild load. Let's see what this rifle likes. And it was crazy how great that group was the first time we tried that load. If you watched our first video about the 300 PRC a little bit back, we came out and we couldn't duplicate that type of accuracy, precision, I guess. But there were a few other variables that day that we were fighting too. So we're not giving up on any of it, just barely getting started with this 300 PRC. We have some components. We've got a lot of different powder types that it likes. I think I'm going to pick up some of the new Grand powder. Is that Ram Shot or... Yeah, well, whoever makes that, Hodgkin owns all that. But that appears to be the velocity king for this cartridge. But we've got H1000, Rotumbo, 4831 shortcut. We've got some 7828, but I'm kind of hoarding that because you can't find it. We're going to play with different bullet weights and just have fun with it. But let's run some of these reloads right now and see what happens. I am really digging the functioning of this Bergara Sierra. The feeding, the loading, the whole magazine is just ultra smooth. Zero weird things going on. I threw this VX5 HD on there, which I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going with that scope, but that's another topic. They kind of made a cool thing here with the stock too. They've kind of got this set up so you can be comfortable at the bench. A real hybrid stock with bench or field. Obviously it's Cerakoted. Looks like the fit and finish is excellent. So yeah, that's exciting. We're gonna keep sending some more of these hand loads, 208 ELD matches down there and see what happens. Well, today must be my lucky day. I can see this 3-shot group with this Bergara. First hand load I've ever shot in it. This target face is the one I use to check my bore sight. But my gosh, I checked it with those 212 ELDX Precision Hunters. Then I sent 3 of these ELD match 208s. I don't know. Looks tight. Looks like a very tight 3-shot group. H1000, Hornady brass, Federal 215 gold medal match primers. And I'm just a very basic reloader, guys. I don't do all the steps that these awesome experienced reloaders do, right? I size the brass, chamfer and deburr, put the primers in, put the powder in, seat the bullet, and go. So that's just probably a lot of luck here. But let's take a look at this target. This one down here was a factory load to just make sure I was on paper. And then those 3 are the hand loads that I talked about. Looks like 1/2 inch. Well, a little more. Maybe pushing between 1/2 and 3/4. I guess that's pretty promising for a starting point with this rifle. It's really a pleasure to shoot. The recoil's not bad with that brake, and I guess the whole overall weight of the rifle, which is also not crazy heavy at all. I'd carry it in the mountains. So yeah, let's send some more of those. I've got a few more. We'll send some more and see if we can keep that group going. Maybe I'll just keep sending them into that same group. Just walking up here, guys, on this PRC group. Put a 5th one in there. It looks to me like it went, I guess maybe this one here. I don't know, I'd have to go back and look at them, but Oh, no, it expanded the group. It's this one right about here. And again, this was from a bore site. So that's a 5-shot group with the first hand load out of that Bergara. Pretty tickled with that. I've had enough for the day. Back up the gear and get headed back, but that's pretty exciting. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun playing with this 300 PRC as well. I'm just a little bit excited about that very first session with the 300 PRC. We'll catch up soon, guys.